Hi there, it's Kute here, sending you much love wherever you're watching this right now. In today's short video blog, I want to talk a bit about how do you make decisions. How do you make decisions in a world where you have so many choices? Your attention is being fought for through so many different forms and people and mediums. You're busy people. You know, now we have 500 cable stations, if not more. We have thousands of internet media outlets. In the past, making decisions was somewhat easy. You had one, maybe two, maybe three, maybe four choices. Now you have thousands and thousands of choices for any given thing. Even dating, I mean, you can swipe to the right, swipe to the left. You have tens of thousands of choices. So we live in a world where we are inundated with information. How do you make the right choice? Many times, because of the plethora of choices that you have, we're often afraid. Sometimes we have so many choices that you might have felt a little paralyzed at times of, oh my God, what if I make the wrong choice? What if I choose the wrong friendship? What if I choose the wrong job? What if I choose the wrong relationship? What if I choose the wrong? I mean, you fill in the blank, right? So there's so many choices to make. So when you are in a moment of your life where you have to make a decision to leave, a decision to go, a decision to not do, a decision to buy, a decision to invest in something, let's say in your business. What do? Sometimes it can be confusing. If you make a decision from your mind, many times we make a decision from our minds. We calculate, we strategize. When you try to make a decision simply from your mind, quite often you can get even more confused, because if you notice, one moment your mind says, okay, do this. Next moment your mind says, no, do that. Next moment your mind says, well, maybe you should do that thing. And finally you do that thing. And your mind says, no, maybe you did. The mind is constantly flip-flopping. Have you noticed, right? Your mind is constantly changing. Your mind is constantly saying black and then white and then up and then down. So if you're simply making a decision, whether it's to be in a relationship, to not be in a relationship, to leave, to move, to change your career, if you're making a decision simply based on your mind, many times you'll get even more confused because the mind is always changing. I believe that to truly make a decision, you have to go beyond your mind. You have to go beyond your mind and tap into a deeper sense of knowing. Sometimes we play a game of I don't know, I'm not sure, I'm confused, because it's often easier to be in the not knowing. It's often easier to stay in the confusion, because when you're in the confusion, you don't really have to decide. You don't really have to put yourself on the line. You don't really have to commit to something and risk rejection, risk it not working out. And so sometimes it's easier to play this game of confusion. I'm going to propose, my dear friend, that if you're in a moment right now where you have to make a decision, or likely at some point in your life, you will have to make a decision in the future. Yes, if you're a human being, you're going to have to make a decision unless you sit at home and on your couch meditating and doing nothing. But even to meditate or not meditate is also a decision. The decisions you make today are the very forces that shape the reality and create your future. The decisions you made yesterday are the very things that have created and sculpted your experience today. Your decisions are powerful things, and a decision you make today could take you towards your destiny and change your future completely, or your decisions you don't make today could take you away from your true destiny. Your decisions will help you fulfill the purpose for which you were born. So how do you decide? You must go beyond the mind. So if you're in a moment where you're about to make a decision, I would encourage, rather than flip-flopping in your mind, I would encourage you to take a moment to become still. Number one, take a moment to become still, to unplug, to breathe, to go beyond the mind, and to connect to the deepest part of you. There is a part of you, my friends, that knows everything. There's a part of you that knows everything, because at the deepest level, you are everything. And that deepest part of you, some call it your soul, your deeper knowing, right? Consciousness, the deeper consciousness within you, at the depth of your being, is one with everything. So to truly decide from a wise place, from a deeply intelligent place, Unplug yourself from your mind. Unplug yourself from your environment. Many times the decisions we make are being so influenced by our external environment, by your parents, by your friends, by your family. Maybe you decide to do something and those around you say, well, don't do that. Oh, that's crazy. You're stupid. Don't leave your job. Don't go to that university. Don't leave your relationship. But deep down, you know that something is not right. You know that something feels right. You know the truth. But if you're constantly looking outside for a sense of validation for your own decision, you will flip-flop like a kite in the wind that will go up and down, and you'll often make your decisions based on media, based on other people's opinions, and you end up living someone else's life, which turns out to not be your authentic life. You cannot be free, you cannot be truly fulfilled and happy living someone else's life. So, to truly decide, you must unplug yourself from the external, become still, become quiet, go inside and listen. Listen to the deeper knowing. Many times we are afraid to listen to that deeper knowing because we're afraid if we listen to that deeper knowing, you might actually feel the truth. You might actually know the truth. And sometimes we are afraid of the truth. We're afraid of, oh my God, if I truly acknowledge this is what I feel, I might have to decide to leave. I might have to decide to take a left turn. I might have to do something I don't want to that I know I should do. But if you truly want to live an authentic life, it requires making authentic decisions, not decisions based on your conditioning, or decisions based on or simply based on your ego, or simply influenced by the world around you. There's no shortage of people in the world, my friends, that will have an opinion as to who you should be and what you should do. But whose life are you living? So unplug yourself, listen in the stillness to the truth of your soul, to the truth of your being. Your soul has a knowing. It will guide you. It will guide you. Your soul is encoded with a wisdom. Trust it. Trust it right now. Trust it. You know, my friend, you know. Own your knowing, right? How many times have you not trusted your intuition, not trusted your knowing, and all hell broke loose, or you ended up in a relationship and it didn't work out? You know. Trust your knowing. The other thing I would invite you to consider is to ask yourself, does the decision I'm making, does this decision serve the highest evolution? Does this decision serve the growth of my soul and the souls of those around me? Sometimes you're faced with a difficult decision. Maybe you have to let go of a friend, maybe have a difficult conversation, make a hard choice in relationship to your business or those around you. And so ask yourself, does this decision, does it serve the growth and evolution of my own growth and evolution and those around me the most? What decision serves the growth and evolution the best you can feel, that will cause your spouse, your loved ones, your kids? What decision will serve their growth and evolution as a soul, as a human being the most? Choose that. Make that decision. Because I believe that if you make that decision, then even if it's challenging, even if it's difficult, even if you're going into the unknown, no matter what happens, even if you fail by conventional standards, you will grow and you will evolve as a human being, and this is what counts. Yes? So what decision does this decision serve my soul's growth and evolution, and the growth and evolution of everyone concerned the most? And make the best choice you can based on feeling that. And sometimes it will require a deep amount, a depth of courage to choose what you know will serve the highest, the most, even if it's difficult. From that place, you're coming from love. The other consideration when you're making a decision, maybe you're going to do something or go somewhere or purchase something or invest in something, ask yourself, if I don't do this thing, if I don't experience this thing, if I don't go there, if I don't do, you fill in the blank, will I regret it? Will I regret this a year from now? Will I regret this? Or if I do it, will I regret it, right? Will I regret on my deathbed, will I regret not having taken advantage of this opportunity or have made this decision? Will I regret this? Take a moment. Ask yourself, right? I believe life is short. Life is, the future is not guaranteed. The only guarantee you have is this moment. And you can strategize in your mind trying to figure out what will be, what won't be in the future, but the future doesn't exist. The future is an illusion. The future is being created by your decisions right now. So it's easy to live in fear of what's going to happen. And the mind can make up all sorts of mental future fantasies about what's going to happen and what's not going to happen. But the only guarantee you have is this moment. What you do in this moment is part of what will impact and create your future. So ask yourself, if I don't do this, if I don't enter into this relationship, if I don't fully love this person, if I don't fully go for my dream or vision, if I don't leave university, if I don't follow this thing, will I regret it? And if the answer is yes, you know what you need to do. You know. And lastly, simply ask yourself in the moment of decision, what is my deepest truth? What is my deepest truth? See, here's the truth. If someone put a gun to your head right now, or put a gun to someone's head that you love the most, and said, you have 5 seconds to tell me the truth, make a decision, make the most authentic decision. Most of you, most of us, we will make a decision like that. The bottom line, you know what's right, you know what's true. You know what's right, you know what's true. Ultimately, my friends, follow your deepest truth. Your deepest truth. Your deepest truth will always be changing based on the level of your consciousness, the level of your own inner state of being, the level of your freedom. But follow your deepest truth. Your deepest truth will take you on a journey. Life may not be perfect. You might make certain mistakes in certain moments. But I'm going to propose that you cannot, if you're following your deepest truth, if you're being true to your soul, consider this, you cannot make a wrong decision. You cannot make a wrong decision that ultimately, in the grand scheme of life, rest assured, take peace. If you're freaking out, what do I do? Turn left or turn right? I don't want to make a wrong decision because I have to do it perfectly. Oh my God, you can't make a wrong decision. Every decision you make is the perfect decision that you need to make, that your soul needs to make at this particular point in your life to learn the lessons that your soul needs to learn at this particular moment. That relationship, that mishap, that bankruptcy, that wrong turn, that friendship, that so-called failure is the decision you needed to make in order to go through and become the person, become the human being that is capable of holding and fulfilling the vision that life has given you. So there are no such things as wrong decisions. Every single decision is a journey in the evolution of your own consciousness. Every single decision you make gives you the opportunity to learn, grow, and become more of who you really are. It's about your learning. It's about your growth. Enjoy every experience. Enjoy every decision, because every decision will take you exactly where you need to be and will help you become exactly who you are meant to become, so long as you learn. So, hopefully that frees you up, my friends. Decide the decisions you make are the very force that sculpt your future. Hopefully you enjoyed this video blog. If you did, please do share this with everyone you know. Press the share button on my blog if you're watching this on my blog. Share it on Facebook. Connect with me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and definitely subscribe to my email list where you'll be receiving weekly updates, prizes, and gifts straight to your inbox. Until we speak, my dear friends, love now.